All right, folks. Hi, and welcome in to another edition of the Fourth and Fun podcast. As always, I'm your host, Clayton Sauer, and with me, my trusty sidekick and companion,
Clayton Shackles.
He's bringing the heat today, ladies and gentlemen. And as you see in the middle here is my puppy Cookie. She is a little turd, but today she shouldn't be ringing the bell because I just took her out to go potty. And today we have an action-packed episode. Not really action-packed, but a lot of fun. We are going over our top 10 NFL receivers. This doesn't necessarily have to mean we think they're going to have, the most receiving yards. It's just basically who we think are the best as far as situationally, what we think they're going to do this year, talent, just basically all that put together. And so, I think, what do you say we go just in order? I'll do 10, you do 10, and then...
It's a lot of listening, yeah.
No, I'm saying 10 and then 9.
Oh,
and then,
you go,
yeah.
You do your, okay.
All right, at 10 for myself, I have Jackson Smith-Njigba. 100 receptions.
Way.
What?
No way. No, you keep going.
100 receptions, 1,130 yards, and 7 touchdowns last year. And that was with a pretty down year last year from Geno Smith. So, depending upon how good Sam Darnold does, which, who knows, Minnesota makes every quarterback look good.
Kevin O'Connell is just a quarterback whisperer.
He could just be,
but
product of the system last year.
I know I'm a Seattle fan, but that could give Sam Darnold the confidence.
I mean, they're putting pieces around him. He's got Cooper Kupp, who's I'd still put him in the top 25.
So, probably now with the injury, it's all 2. He's got MVS, who was and we brought in MVS and Clint Kubiak, who were both from the Saints, and Sam Darnold with the Vikings totaled the most yards on a deep ball. Clint Kubiak loves to throw the deep ball. MVS was either him or Rashid Shaheed were the deep ball guys in New Orleans.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Who else were you going to throw to?
Olave when he's healthy.
Yeah, when he's healthy.
Yeah, if he's not concussed.
Anyways, that's my 10.
I have the same one.
Oh.
I didn't want to sound like a homer. It's JSN. It does come down to quarterback play. And that'll play into one of my honorable mentions. But, yeah, it comes down to quarterback play. And, he was a number 2 last year and put up those numbers.
Yeah.
What's to say what he can't do as a number 1? Yes, he will get more attention, but we had him and Cooper Kupp are both great route runners that he'll be running a lot of middle routes. He's not so much a deep ball guy unless...
he's versatile. He can run any route.
Yeah. Not meaning to throw shade at the Eagles fans, but, caught the game winner against the Eagles on a go ball from Drew Lock. That was Drew Lock.
Yeah, that's something else from Drew Lock.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Drew Lock played great that game because I watched it in Arizona. It was a great game from him. But that's the numbers he put up with Geno. Now, is Sam Darnold going to be better or just as good as Geno? I guess only time will tell.
I would say as long as he's not turning the ball over, he'd be better.
Hopefully. We're building the O-line. I think our weakest point in that O-line is center. It would be center because I think Zabel's going to play right guard or left guard. So it's going to be center. It's just how can they hold up? Yes, will the rookie get beat quite a bit? Probably. He probably will. He's a rookie. Charles Cross has been great. Lucas, whenever he's healthy, he's been great. I can't tell you. Phil Haynes was our other guard last year. I don't know if he's still our guard.
Couldn't tell you.
But I couldn't tell you our center because our center retired halfway through the season.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, time will tell, but I will keep him in my top 10.
All right. On to number 9. And this is a guy that, I don't think his situation is great, but I think he, 3 years from now, he could be number 1 on this list, and that's Malik Neighbors. I think last year, to put up the stats that he did with the quarterback and overall offense around him was fairly impressive. 109 receptions, 1,204 yards, and 7 touchdowns. I do have one other rookie rated higher than him, and I think it was just an objectively better season, just based off of all the stats. But I think Malik Neighbors is, I think he probably has the highest ceiling out of any receiver in the rookie class, in my opinion.
I got Puka Nacua. Now, Grant, I do think he's a little overrated. But, I mean, you got Matt Stafford at quarterback.
Do you think you have him overrated at 9?
Maybe. I might. Who knows? It's probably the first time he's actually going in. I know, it is the first time he's going to a season where he's the true number one, because it's been Cooper Kupp's been there, and now I couldn't tell you another receiver on that roster. But, I mean, 79 receptions, 990 yards, not a lot of touchdowns, and 12.5 yards per reception.
But you got to think that's in only 11 games.
Yeah. The promise is there for him.
Oh, yeah, especially
Now,
after that amazing rookie season.
Do I think the hype's gotten a little big for him? Maybe. But he could prove me wrong this year. This is the first year he's going to be the true number one. So I got to see.
But the issue is Matt Stafford's been worse every season since they went to the Super Bowl. So, I mean,
still think Matt Stafford's a top 10 quarterback.
Well, you say that, but everybody said that about Peyton Manning until his last year, and then, he just pooped the bed.
But he won a Super Bowl. Rode off in the sunset.
He did, carried by a good defense.
Tom Brady. But,
yeah.
I mean, I guess the same could be said for JSN, but honestly, I think last year, the situation with JSN, you could toss up him and DK Metcalf being the number one with their numbers. It was a toss-up between them. Nacua, I know Kupp was out for most of that year, but even if he was out for most of the year, only 990 yards, and you're going to be the number one with all the time Cooper's out, you don't get to 1,000. Again, prove me wrong this year. That's where I'm going to put him at 9, just because I'm like, is he going to be top 10? Is he not? I could probably switch him with Jason. I don't know.
All right, my number 8 is Drake London. Now, this is because I don't think his year is going to be as good this year with breaking in Michael Penix, who's not a rookie, but is basically a rookie. I mean, he started 4 games last year.
I think he'll be good. I think Penix will be good.
I think he'll be solid, but I think he's going to look a lot to his checkdowns in Kyle Pitts.
He's going to look to Kyle Pitts a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's a rookie... Whether it's a rookie quarterback or a young guy's best friend, is a tight end or running back.
Exactly. The people running the short drag routes, you don't feel exactly comfortable taking that shot necessarily, against a cover 3 defense or something. So you see 3 safeties back, or 3 people back. Obviously, you got that drag route underneath. But I do think the numbers that he was able to put up last year with a rotating quarterback tree, and then, of course, Kirk Cousins' arm, falling off.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins was terrible all year.
But, I mean, still, you put up 100 receptions, 1,271 yards, and 9 touchdowns. That's a solid season, if you're catching the ball from, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, from 2 different quarterbacks whose neither of them are in their primes.
That's what sucks about ranking receivers, is it really comes down to quarterback play. They could be the greatest receiver. We'll take Justin Jefferson, for example.
Yeah.
One of the best receivers in the league. If J.J. McCarthy sucks, his numbers are going to suck.
Well, yeah.
So
pretty much.
I'm not saying J.J. McCarthy's going to suck, but it's we didn't see him play last year, so it's now he's pretty much a rookie.
Yeah, exactly. He got even less time in the games because he got hurt in that
game.
No, in the first preseason game, right?
Well, I thought it was practice.
No, I think it was the 4th or 5th drive that he was in, tore that ACL.
I mean, either way, you just don't know.
Because I think it was in the first week of August last year, or the last week of July, that he was done for the year.
But any of these guys, their starting quarterback goes down. We don't know what their numbers are going to be.
I mean, that's why I've got, even my number 7, I think regardless of the quarterback, I think they're going to be pretty good.
My 8s, I hate to put him this low. Mike Evans.
Mm.
I only put him that low because of his age. He's pushing 30. He just barely got 1,000 yards last year.
Yeah.
And I do think, though, he will break Jerry Rice's record for most 1,000-yard season. I think he will.
Oh, I thought you meant overall record.
No, consecutive 1,000-yard years. I think, especially with Godwin being out, you don't know what Ibuka's going to be. He will be the guy Baker goes to, especially coming off the year Baker had.
Oh, yeah. What do you have? 41 touchdowns, 10 picks,
it was his
4,600
best
yards.
year of his career. And I think he's only going to get better and more comfortable in that system.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be Baker's guy. And I love Baker to death. Like, he's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league to watch.
The only quarterback to win a playoff game for the Browns
and
in their history.
And he was a scapegoat.
Right? Because they brought back the Browns in 96.
I mean, if you're going based off that, yes. If you're going based off that, yes. If not, Otto Graham. Right?
No, Bernie Kosar. He took them to 2 straight AFC championships that they lost to the Broncos.
I'm sure. Well, that's if they had playoffs back then with Otto Graham.
Oh, yeah, they did. From 46 to 56, he made the championship game.
Quarterback in Browns history.
Oh, and it's not close. It's not even close.
They've gone through 20-something quarterbacks, but Baker's found his groove in Tampa, and Mike Evans is a dog. He's been doing it for 10-plus years, so he's going to get it. I hate to put him that low. It's only because of age, though.
You want me to shock you?
Yeah, a little bit.
He's not my top 10.
Are you? Get out.
He's not.
Get out of your own house.
He's not. I mean, he's been a top 25 receiver every year of his career. He's been a top 10 receiver most of his career. The past, 3 or 4 years, no.
Get out.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I want the drugs you got to think that way, that he's not a top 10 receiver.
You know who is a top 10 receiver at number 7? Brian Thomas Jr.
He's not even my honorable mention.
From the Jaguars? He was a rookie last year.
Yeah, I know.
And put up the 3rd most total receiving yards.
I only put 3 honorable mentions.
Wild. And I'll break it down for you real slow.
I'm not going to sit here and say he's not a top 20.
You're not going to say he's top 10?
No.
Okay, let me just tell you these receiving
I know his
stats.
numbers.
87 receptions, 1,282 yards, and 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking incredible.
Yeah.
Double-digit touchdowns in your first season. He had a better rookie season than Malik Neighbors.
I got people, though, that have been doing it for years, though.
I'm just saying, he was that good with a bad Trevor Lawrence year, and then whoever they played after Trevor Lawrence's head got knocked completely off his body. Mac Jones?
Yeah, it was Mac Jones.
I'm just saying, you put up those numbers, that's even more impressive than a Drake London or a Jackson Smith and Jigba putting up those numbers. If you can succeed in that system, you can probably
I'm not going to sit here and say he's not good. He's good. But he's top 15, top 20 for me.
I would say if you last year had put him on the Bengals and put Jamar Chase on the Jaguars, obviously Jamar Chase is still going to be top 5, probably top 3. But I think Brian Thomas Jr. is easily top 5.
But no Mac Evans.
I'm just telling you, man. 1,282 receiving yards out of a rookie is ridiculous. And 10 touchdowns. 10 times they looked to him in the red zone and they got him the ball. That's wild to me. You don't even have him as an honorable mention.
I only put 3. I didn't put my top 15.
Neither did I.
Again, I got people that have been doing it for years.
All right. Who else has been doing it for years for you?
Nico Collins.
Oh.
Number 7.
See, that's one I thought about, and then I was like...
Yes, C.J. Stroud had a sophomore slump, but I remember a time, and, okay, this is Madden, but Nico Collins was a 75 overall.
Yeah.
And now he is, like, the number 1 there.
Well, he's the number one because their number one got traded.
He was the number one before Stephon Diggs because he was the number. No, the year before Stephon Diggs went, he was number one.
I was gonna say
Obviously,
Stephon.
Obviously, when Stephon comes in, he's the number one. But Stephon didn't. When I traded you, Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I mean,
That's when Nico became number one, and he still thrived. Yes, his numbers were down because he had Stephon Diggs, but he proved.
I mean, what did he have? 68 catches.
68 catches, 1,006 yards, 7 tutties, 14.8 yards.
And that's better than Brian Thomas?
He's been doing a lot. I didn't put Stephon Diggs in here.
I know, I didn't either. He was one of the ones I looked at for the honorable mention, but...
Oh, he's going to have Drake May.
Coming off an ACL tear.
That's fair. I didn't think about that. I was like, damn, Drake May. Darn, Drake May's a good guy, good quarterback.
He had a really good rookie season, but
I didn't want to put, like, when we did our top 10s, I didn't want to put any rookies up there outside of Jaden Daniels because of the sophomore slump, hence CJ Stroud.
But I don't know about Drake May because name me one great quarterback that's ever played for Mike Vrabel.
You had Ryan Tannehill, like, his entire...
I said a great quarterback.
I was saying, like, he really only had... Ryan Tannehill, he had Will Levis for a year or two.
Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, he wasn't good. Well, he's all right.
He was okay. But, I mean, Mike Vrabel is a defensive guy.
He figured out how to make Ryan Tannehill a mid-quarterback. A consistent mid-quarterback.
Well, he was mid with the Dolphins.
Kind of like a Geno Smith.
I think Geno, a couple years ago, had a top 5 season.
Yeah.
And then last year...
I loved that season, and now I'm just...
All right, on to my number 6, Mr. CeeDee Lamb.
You have him that low?
Yep. You'll see why when you see the other people in front of him. So he had 101 receptions for 1194 as far as yards go. He only had 6 touchdowns. That, for me, is a detractor as to why he's not higher. Because, I mean, yeah, he did only play 15 games, but he's their number one, and it's not like they really were looking at many other players. I'll just tell you right now, Tyreek Hill is higher than him, but there's a reason Tyreek Hill is higher than him. There were 3 other really solid receiving threats in Miami last year. There was one other in Dallas last year, and even though Dak got hurt...
It's a tight end.
I was going to say, he's the guy, and still, he didn't put up an amazing season. He was very, very, very good.
Do you know where his yards ranked him in the season last year?
I think he was like 7th.
8th.
He was 8th, yeah.
His receptions were 7th.
So, I mean, still a very good season if you can put up 100 receptions and over 1,000 yards. But only 6 touchdowns, that's got to hold him back a little bit for me.
See, in my 6, I got Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
So 81 receptions, not even 1,000 yards, 954, 6 touchdowns, and 11.8 yards per reception. Granted, Tua can't keep his head on his freaking shoulders.
Yeah.
So he had to deal with Snoop Huntley.
Yeah, and at one point, Nick Boyle.
So, I mean, but I think one of the reasons I have him this low is because what Tua said in an interview, the comments he made about wanting out of Miami, ended up staying. You got to build that trust again. It's like if you were a college player and then your entire team starts hearing rumors you're in the transfer portal or you're going to transfer.
Yeah.
And you end up coming back. You ain't going to have that trust from your teammates anymore.
And, I mean, I totally get that. Like, I don't think he's a very likable person in general. Obviously, I don't know if any of it's been proven, but all the allegations against him and then getting arrested 2 hours before a game starts because he's going 35 miles out over the speed limit.
Scotty did that. Scotty Scheffler did that.
Well, I'm just saying. But the reason for me that he's higher is because the other receiving threats in Miami and having Tua for like only 10
Jalen
games.
Waddle's kind of like fallen off. You guys don't have what's his name anymore?
Jonnu.
You don't know if Darren Waller's gonna play now.
It's gonna be a rough season in Miami.
You don't have a corner.
Trade Tua. Tank for Archie.
No, he's going to New Orleans. I don't think you guys can outdo New Orleans in the tank job.
I think we could. You see our secondary?
I don't.
You see our offensive line?
You see their quarterbacks?
I think if we have one good tank year and we can get the first pick, the 33rd pick, that would get us right back into it. You know, because then we get a franchise quarterback, we get a nice piece in the secondary, because you can draft a really good corner early in the second round. You know, I mean, obviously he's not going to be that lockdown, shutdown corner. You know, like you'd get like as a Denzel Ward a rookie year,
like Tariq Woolen, where you draft in the 5th round, he ends up being like a possible top 15, top 20 corner.
That's what I'm saying. Anyways, I hate that we got on the Dolphins.
Now he's depressed.
All right, at my number 5, A.J. Brown. 67 receptions for 1,079 yards on only 67 catches. He also had 7 touchdowns. Now that's with only 13 games played. So he missed out on 4 games, still put up 7 touchdowns, and I didn't write down what that average was, but that had to be in the high 14s as far as yards per catch.
It would be the 16s.
In the 16s. Wow. Yeah, he had a great season when he was playing, and even as good as Devontae Smith is, even as good as Dallas Goedert is, it's very clear when he's on the field, he's number 1. And I believe I saw on PFF that he was the highest graded receiver against man coverage last year.
Probably he's a big body dude.
So, I mean, you put all that together and you got yourself one heck of a wideout.
He's probably 220 going up against 180, 190 DBs. Oh, he's a matchup. A
nightmare, yeah. All right, you're number 5.
I got Amon-Ra.
Ooh.
The Sun God. 115 receptions. I was second in the league with 1,263 yards. 5th in the league. 12 touchdowns. He was a red zone guy. And then 11 yards per reception, which was below 150.
Yeah.
But
I did see that he led the league in first down catches.
Yeah, it's their go-to guy. I mean, Jamison Williams obviously is a deep ball guy. Like, that is their guy. If you're going to air it out, almost made it oopsie.
We're a PG channel.
Yeah, well, I've already cussed twice. If you're going to air it out, you're going to go to Jameson Williams. Amon-Ra, he is your route runner. He's your get open guy.
But he's still a burner when he needs to be.
Yeah, but he will get open. And maybe if you're in the red zone and you need your little delay fade, he will be the guy because he can put a move and then boom. He's open on the fade, or he's big enough and athletic enough to where he can jump up and get that. But how much, now that coordinators are gone, it's kind of a question in Detroit. How's that offense going to perform? How's that defense going to perform? They have the roster. They're loaded.
Oh, yeah.
The roster's loaded. But now it's, what's the coordinator going to be like?
Well, and Dan Campbell's approach to coaching is he's not going to be the head coach of the offense or the head coach of the defense.
No.
He handpicks his coordinators to run a system that he believes in, and he is the motivational glue that holds the team together.
He's a locker room guy.
Yeah.
He says some wild crap, but I mean, he makes his players want to run through a brick wall for him.
Oh, absolutely.
So, outside of that, I don't think anything's going to change. It's just a matter of how is this new coordinator going to be? And I'm not going to go based off of the game today because it's preseason. Who gives a crap?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of second, third, fourth stringers playing, trying to earn a spot on the roster. It's going to look rough.
And there
it's
were 2 fumbles on special teams plays.
It's going to look terrible. That's no reason to be like, oh, the Lions look bad because they only scored 7 points against the Chargers. It's the freaking backups. Jared Goff didn't even dress.
I mean, to emphasize that, DJ Uwangalele was playing significant snaps for the Chargers.
Now, I think Trey Lance may have jumped Taylor Heineke in the depth chart today? Probably, because he played great.
I mean, most of his deep balls were either underthrown or out of bounds. And
but I mean, he threw 3 touchdowns.
He was solid.
He put together drives, and honestly, knowing how John Harbaugh is running his power read and running the ball, he'll freaking take it.
Oh,
because he's like, if you put us in position to get first downs to where we can run the crap out of it, I'm going to take it.
All right, on to my number 4, Tyreek Hill. So as you went through his stats, 81 catches, 959 on yards, 6 touchdowns. But you have to keep into account, he had Devon Achane, who got, 70 catches last year. Jonnu Smith and Jalen Waddle all taking up catches, while also having Tua for only 10 or 11 games. And then obviously Snoop Huntley, who averaged, I believe, 138 passing yards per game.
Yeah.
That's still pretty solid numbers, and I think if Tua can play a full season, Tyreek's back up in the 1,400 yard range.
If. That's a huge if. Hey, maybe Quinn Ewers can come in.
Hey, it's Quinn time, baby.
He might take the job.
I mean, if he's good enough, I could easily see him as our number 2. Skylar Thompson really hasn't done a whole lot. He had 1 passable playoff game, and that's about it. All right, on to your number 4.
A.J. Brown.
Okay.
You already went over his stats. Yes, I know his yards aren't up there, but you have Dallas Goedert, you have Devontae Smith, you have Saquon Barkley catching passes.
Yeah.
And the touchdowns, obviously, he only has 7. But what do the Eagles do when they get to the 2 or 1 yard line? Push.
Yep.
All they do. I freaking hate it just because of how good it is.
And he only played 3/4 of the season.
Yeah. Just imagine, and 16.1 yards per reception is pretty freaking good. That's almost 2 first downs.
Fantastic.
I just can't put it. Honestly, the only reason he's at 4 is I can't, much as I hate to say for one of them, I can't put him above the other ones. Cannot. That's the only reason he's at 4.
All right. This is Cookie again. All right, at my number 3, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Obviously, you went over him. You have him a little lower than I do. But, I mean, go-to guy on a playoff team, put up great stats last year. I mean, 115 yards, 115 receptions, 1,263 yards, and 12 touchdowns. That's a pretty solid season by any stretch of the imagination. And I don't see why those numbers go down this year. If anything, I think he might even shoulder a little bit more of the workload if he needs to.
Oh, I didn't think about that. With the Monroe, you got Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
Which is very dangerous. Carried me to championship.
All right, you're number 3.
I hate to put him this high because of who he plays for, but CeeDee Lamb. You mentioned the touchdowns for him. The reason I think they're that low is because when they get in the red zone, he is not their go-to guy. It is Jacob Ferguson all the way when they get in that zone.
I mean, if you're asking me 20 to 20, like the 20-yard to the 20-yard line, easily top 3.
Yeah. But I think when they get inside that 20, it's Jacob Ferguson that they're trying to find that end zone.
But that's a huge piece of the value pie for me as a receiver is, are you the guy that we're going to throw to? And I think the two guys that I have above him, or I'm sorry, the top two guys that I have are that guy.
I think our top two is the same, but it's just, I mean, he's done it year after year playing with either Dak Prescott, who, in my opinion, is meh, but CeeDee Lamb gets open. Pretty easy to throw to a guy wide open.
That's true.
Even if you're Cooper Rush.
Yeah, made him look passable last year.
Yeah. So I think he is a quarterback-friendly receiver. As much as I hate to say it because he plays for the Cowboys, but I can't take away from the talent that he has. He is a absolute top 3 receiver for me, at least.
All right. And I think I'm almost certain our number 2 and number 1 are the same because it's pretty easy. At number 2, I have Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
103 receptions, 1,533 yards, 10 touchdowns. He led the league in explosive plays last year by a wide receiver. He had 28, and I think the next closest was 22 or 21. So it wasn't particularly close there. And then you add in that he averaged almost 15 yards a catch. That's pretty spectacular. And then 10 touchdowns, obviously. And then, like I say, he's your guy that you're going to.
Yeah.
In the red zone, if you're the Vikings, who else you throwing that ball to?
Justin Jefferson. He's probably one of the most. No, there's no probably. He is one of the most athletic receivers in the league.
Oh yeah, I think he is, like, if I had to put a comp on it, I'm going to say Randy Moss, but he's not as talented as Randy Moss. You know,
no.
Like, he's not a generational talent like Randy Moss, but he is of that ilk.
I also had Justin Jefferson. And I mean, I wish I had a stat for Yak, but I don't. But the amount of times I have seen him, whether it's a go ball, slant, dip, whatever, his breakaway speed and shiftiness in the open field.
I know he was top 10 because I looked at that for my number 1 guy.
It's just remarkable.
Yeah.
And the fact that the top two receivers came from LSU.
Oh, yeah. And then Brian Thomas Jr. and Malik Neighbors also
like, it just
from
solidifies
LSU.
That LSU is WRU. Like,
well, I think
lately, yeah.
I was gonna say you give it a couple years, Ohio State's right there in that
But right now
conversation.
it is LSU. Ohio State is just jam packed with them right now. But I mean, yeah, I know. Kevin O'Connell, quarterback whisperer, Sam Darnold's had bad years with other teams, but Sam Darnold had a career year last year. Throwing to you, Jordan Addison, Hawkinson, Aaron Jones is pretty good in the receiving game.
Yeah.
But as being the number 1, you're able to do the things you do quarterback after quarterback. Because you go from Kirk Cousins. Is it Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold? He's had 2 different ones.
I know he played like half a season with the bald guy with no eyebrows. Jared
Allen?
No.
Stidham?
No, because he played for the Cardinals also. He was like scary looking, like Gollum.
I don't know.
I can't remember his name.
Either way,
but I know when he got traded to the Cardinals, he tried to buy his own jersey and he couldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I'll have to look him up after because you know him.
I probably will want to know the name. But either way,
he played at Tennessee. He had that Hail Mary against Georgia.
Oh, Dobbs.
Joshua Dobbs.
Okay,
yes.
You go through 3 quarterbacks. Now you're going on your 4th, and you haven't missed a step.
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
Oh, and he was the guy that caught the ball from Case Keenum against the Saints on the Minneapolis Miracle.
No, that was Diggs.
Oh, shoot, you're right. Yeah, he was.
I remember that call very vividly in my head.
You're right. That was like was that the year before Jefferson got drafted?
No, that was like 2 years.
Oh.
2 years. But you go from quarterback to quarterback to quarterback. You don't miss a step. It's the same thing with CeeDee Lamb. You're very quarterback friendly. You get open, you catch the ball thrown to you, or at least you make an effort for it. you knock it down, whatever. Like, as a receiver, if it's a bad ball, and I remember this getting drilled in my head playing receiver. If you can't get it, nobody can get it.
Yeah.
You're knocking that thing down. I watched Julio do it against, maybe it was the Patriots.
A bunch of different teams. I think it was the Titans is the one you're talking about.
Where it was an overthrown ball. It was terrible. Safety. Bro. Safety's like jumping up to get it, and he just comes in and rocks him.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, if it ain't my ball, it's nobody's ball.
Reminded me of Steve Largent.
Yeah. Like, even if he can't get it, he'll throw one hand up. And I don't remember who it was against, but he had a ridiculous one where he caught it, like, sideways and all that. Just, he is what, if you want to coach your kids at receiver, he's one of the films you bring up. Like, watch how he plays.
Oh, yeah. And then, so obviously, both of our number ones, I'm sure, is Jamar Chase. Obviously, the Triple Crown winner from last year. 127 receptions, 1,708 yards, 17 touchdowns. And you add into that 787 yards after catch. So, out of all his yards, over 2/3 of them were after the catch. So he's not just catching it and falling down. He's not catching it, getting tackled. He's catching it, breaking a tackle, running for an extra 20 yards.
Got strong legs.
Just a generationally good season by a wide receiver. Because, I mean, how often do you actually see a Triple Crown season? I mean, Calvin Johnson had one. Cooper Kupp had one.
Jamar.
I can't think of any others.
I was shocked if Jerry had one.
Well, I was going to say other post Sterling Sharp and Jerry Rice. I can't think of any. Did Marvin Harrison didn't have enough touchdowns to do it? I don't think.
No, because he would have not in his earlier part of his career. He didn't have Reggie Wayne, so maybe in that time.
Maybe. But anyways, yeah, that's my number one. Probably one of the clearer number ones you'll ever have.
Yeah, based off of last year, absolutely.
Yeah.
And look who he's catching the ball from. I mean, it's obviously my number one. Like, how can you not put that in number one? You bring him back the same quarterback, and he had T. Higgins. T. Higgins is a solid number two, and you still put up the numbers like that.
And I think they had a pretty solid tight end last year as well.
They had Gesicki.
Yes, that's who it was. Which he's kind of a tight end, more of like a Y.
He's a very athletic type. I'm not saying he's like this guy, but the athleticism is similar. Tony Gonzalez. Not as big, but the athleticism's there. My thing with Jamar Chase is I love to go and watch his release off the ball.
Oh, and his ability to run routes?
Yes, it's off the ball. When that ball's snapped, he's got press coverage. His feet are quick. He's got the DB guessing where he's going, and boom, he's gone.
And timing up the ball, I think that's an extremely underrated trait for a wide receiver. But last year, the way that he was able to time up the ball coming from Joe Burrow, it was like he could have closed his eyes and still caught for 1,200 yards.
He's got that chemistry with him playing in college.
Yeah.
It's just built up so many years. And when you're playing with a guy you played in college, you're just like, I know where he's putting this. We've played. He knows exactly where it's going to be. I swear, just getting off of the line of scrimmage against press, I love to, watch him do it.
Oh, yeah. And he's quick about it, too.
Yeah. And it's what I, being a coach, I want. That's why I'm like, you're not going to be as good as this because you're high schoolers, but God, if you could, at least replicate his moves and maybe not as fast, but get him down to a T to where it doesn't matter who's in front of you, how big they are, how quick they are with their hands, nothing. You're never going to get pressed.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a time where he's been pressed off the line of scrimmage and lost the rep. I think I do think there are times where he has, because with wide receiver and DB, you're going one-on-one all the time against press coverage. You're going to lose reps. But I think it's a small margin he loses those reps.
Oh, yeah. Especially against most corners, because he's bigger than them. Obviously, he doesn't have the same body type of a Justin Jefferson or an A.J. Brown.
No.
But he has size on most corners, and he clearly knows how to use it.
Yeah.
All right, so on to my honorable mentions. I'll just pump through my 3 real quick. One that neither of us said, and it's probably due to the quarterback situation, at least it was for me, Garrett Wilson. 3 years in the NFL, 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons, 101 receptions last year and 7 touchdowns from a down Aaron Rodgers year. Pretty solid stuff. And then my last 2 you had in your top 10, Puka Nacua, 79 receptions, 990 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, and only 11 games played. You average that out to 17 games. You're looking at 130, 140 catches maybe. And then obviously the receiving yards is probably closer to 1,500 than 1,000. And then Mike Evans, just king of consistency, probably the most consistent receiving target of the past 25 years, ever since Jerry Rice. Obviously, Jerry Rice is number 1, and that's not
He was
disputed.
the go-to guy outside of Dwight Clark when Dwight Clark was there.
Well, and that was just for that one game.
Yeah.
The catch. So that's my my 3 honorable mentions. Obviously, Stephon Diggs is right on the outside looking in for me. And then, obviously, there's a couple other rookies that I think had really solid seasons last year. Obviously, Ladd McConkey could be a guy that makes his way into this top 10 list here pretty soon. But that is my list. Your honorable mentions?
I got, and this kind of, with the news breaking out today, this kind of depends on what happens.
I think I know who you're talking
Terry.
about. Yep. Another guy that was right on my fringe.
Another guy that's super consistent. I don't have any of the stats, but another guy that's super consistent. Great hands.
Over 1,000 yards last year.
He's got it all. It just, is he going to play for Washington or is he going to play somewhere else? I don't know. Because he could go to a place that has a terrible quarterback situation, like the Colts.
Well, I think if he goes to the Colts, Anthony Richardson's going to look a lot better than he does.
No, because Anthony Richardson will miss him on a slant route.
Yeah.
I got, this might sound like a homer, DK Metcalf.
Oh.
Might sound like a homer pick, but I don't know. We'll see how it is with Aaron Rodgers. I like him in Seattle, but
athletically top 10.
He's just got to get that route running down.
Yeah.
He's a very limited route runner.
And then he didn't reach 1,000 yards last year.
Yeah, we had 2 1,000-yard receivers.
I think he was like 960.
You mean to prove you wrong?
I do. I want you to pull that up real quick, because I'm pretty sure he was in the high 900s, but I don't think he got to 1,000.
From Oxford, Mississippi. He was 8 yards off.
See?
And then
know your facts, folks.
Garrett, well, you said 960. And then
I was actually right. I Price is right at it.
Okay, I was 8 yards off. My bad. I thought he barely got it. And then Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
The thing is with Garrett Wilson, I don't know, because is Justin Fields going to suck or not?
Yeah, exactly. All right. That's our top 10 wide receivers in the NFL. Up next, tight ends. Will we do offensive line?
Probably
Definitely not, because who knows? If I guess we could do offensive line units.
Yeah, we could.
If we wanted to do it that way. Anyways, but we will probably be coming at you next with our top 10 wide receivers in college. So, that's another edition of the Fourth and Fun podcast. I'm your host, Clayton Sauer. There's my co-host,
Clayton Shekels.
And we're reminding you, if it's fourth down, have some fun and
go for it.